Welcome back, everyone. So you can tell this is a perfect war. 120 to 120. You can't get any better than this. WHF taking on Kings. GG to everyone over in Kings. It was a lot of fun, even though we did have the advantage at 10, 12, and 11. But it was still fun nonetheless. And in this recap that I'm going to show, every single one of these hits is going to be a fresh hit, meaning it was the first attack on the base. So you're not going to want to miss these and me breaking them down. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. But before we do that, man, you don't see that too often, a draw on each side. I've never been personally in a draw 100% on each side. Have you guys been? If you have, leave a comment down below. Let me know. If you guys been in a perfect war, let me know as well. I haven't been in too many. I think this is my second one to actually being a part in a perfect war that actually has kind of a lot of town hall levels, like 12, 11, 10, 9, because this just had 12, 11, and 10s. But there's a lot of perfect wars when they're all town hall 9s and lower, so that's pretty common. But let's go ahead and get into some of these replays here. So the first one we're going to take a look at is going to be on number 30. And so let's go ahead here. And this was King Tut. And let's go ahead and see what he takes. You guys were asking, is this doable at Town Hall 10 for the Electron attack? Well, my friends, it is. Take a look at what King Tut is coming in with. He's coming in with the Electron. He's got a max Electro Dragon in his CC, in that blimp, and he's got 2 clones and a rage to get that going. So let's go and take a look at what he wants to do and what he wants to accomplish in this raid so that he can then do a lalo around and be able to get it down. So let's see. He wanted to drop his blimp first, right? You have to kill the enemy queen. If you can get the queen, then you're going to be in a really, really good position. So he drops the blimp right here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Is it out? It's just barely out of the range of this air defense. So it's going to fly. It might get hit as if it's flying through this area, but he's strictly going to clear out the queen and pull the CC, right? So this is a fresh hit. He has no idea what's in the CC or any of the traps. So he drops the rage, and then he double drops the clones right away. And so out comes a bunch of clone balloons and the max Electro Dragon. So in this case, he wanted the balloons so that they can not only kind of distract the queen a little bit, he doesn't even take a poison. He got probably a little lucky. There was a lava hound in the CC because nothing came out. Otherwise, it would have addressed him, but he had a poison just in case. He would have dropped it if it was some archers, a witch, or whatnot, if it would have slowed down the Electro Dragon. So let's go ahead and see what he took down. Holy crap, 20% of the base is already down, strictly just by the clone spells, the rage, and the Electro Dragon CC. So let's go and take a look. So now what is the pathing of the base? So it's kind of like this, right? So this is the pathing. So he's going to use his heroes down here at the 6 o'clock position. And let's go ahead and see what he wants to get in terms of value. So he's using the baby dragon to help the king. And then they're going to walk up towards 9 o'clock. The king's going to pop his ability, so he runs out of the single target inferno range. And so the heroes are going to be responsible for removing kind of these defenses on the edge. And then he's going to fly into this way, right here. So here's the sweeper. So he definitely doesn't want to fly across into it. That would be bad, right? But he's going to have to as he kind of approaches this way. So beautiful job by taking out a huge chunk of the base with the Electron attack. So now the balloons are going to make their way around the base in a counterclockwise formation. He's got an extra haste to push through the sweeper if he needs to, or he can save it for the very end, but he's probably most likely going to need to use it to get through that area, and there it is. Drops the haste. They go straight to the air defense. Got some back-end balloons. Has a swag poison, my friends. Doesn't even need to use it. Beautiful hit by King Tut here. That poison would have been used on the CC, whatever came out, but it was a fresh hit, so he had no idea. And look at that. The cloned balloons and Electro Dragon took out so much value. It was crazy. Look at that. And then there's just a little bit left here, and he kind of ran a little bit short here, but look, his heroes are available to clean it up. So this definitely was close. Getting that Expo down, and then the king is going to be able to help clear that final air defense to get in there and get that 3-star. But hey, it works. You can do it at Town Hall 10. And I do have a Town Hall 11 version as well. But let's go ahead and get into the next Town Hall 10. And that is going to be on number 25. And that's going to be performed by Suei's Chef Kiki. I trust me, I pronounced probably a lot of these names wrong. So forgive me if I do. And this is going to be a frozen witch. Yes, I've never covered a frozen witch on my channel before, so this is going to be very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the objective of this attack is. Well, he's got the wall wrecker. The wall wrecker is going to be a very key point, a very key thing in these raids, because the wall wrecker has to create a path to get these witches into the base. So he's coming from the complete opposite side. The town hall is up here. He's coming from the complete opposite side. He sees that this wall wrecker can make a beeline straight to the town hall and break every single one of those layers. So he's dropping a crazy amount of witches. And he has a crazy amount of free spells. And look at them all. So they're basically going to be able to funnel straight into this base here. The wall wrecker, and needs to stay up in these hits. So he's got some witches walking on the outside. He's got some witches walking on the inside. So the key objective when you do a frozen witch, you have to get the wall wrecker through pretty much the whole base. And then not until the very end is when you kind of you pop it in the middle, and out comes, let's see, what else is we got in here? We got the Valkyries, I believe. Yeah, so you're going to see the Rage and the Velks just kind of tear through this base. There is a multi-target Inferno at the end. He does have a free spell. And look at all these witches on the side. Just annihilating this base. Wow. Remember, the objective, you need to have a wall wrecker, make it as far across the base as possible. And if you have access to pretty much the whole base by just creating one kind of entry point, you can reach everything else, that might be a good candidate for a frozen witch attack. But this can be done. I don't know. I don't do it all too often. I actually have never done it. So I haven't seen it all too often. But beautiful hit here. Getting it done. I mean, that multi can wreck the witches, especially their skellies. But no need. Able to overpower that multi-target with the heroes there and gets the town hall down. Beautiful hit on this 10v10. Very, very nice. So the next one we're going to jump into is going to be the Town Hall 11 version of the Electron. So what is this one right here? So this is going to be on number 7. So number 7 is going to be, let's take a look here, by Octogram. All right, so what is he going to do? He's got a Rage, which he's going to use for the Blimp and Electro Dragon. He also has 2 clones. All right, so let's see what he does. He has a Skelly spell. Okay, so is he going to show us that you don't always need to take the queen down in an Electron? Okay, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I always thought you have to take the queen down, but we might be wrong. He drops the balloon, waits for the balloon to die, then drops the clones to get the Electro Dragon up, and wow, the ground deck, oh my lord, look at all this value these Electro Dragons are getting. Killed the CC. Holy crap, look at that. Look at that value. He took out that whole bottom section, what the sweepers were protecting. Jesus, Octogram. That was a beautiful job with just a Blimp, 2 clones, and a Rage. Doesn't even need to worry about the CC. Wow, beautiful job. Gonna use the wall breakers and the heroes to break the queen into this next section so she could step up and then remove both of this layers here. And then you're probably going to see him come from the top side and away, because otherwise if he comes from the left, yep, there it is, from the top side, he's going to come this way across the base, avoid these air sweepers all the way to the back side air defense. And then you're going to see a Rage over the queen with a Skelly spell. Still has that Warden ability that he's saving onto. But look at this. He's going to drop that Rage right in the middle. He's going to wait till see where the queen's going to go. Pops the Warden ability, drops the Skelly spells now. Waiting definitely for that bomb tower to go down. It is down now. And the queen should hopefully go down pretty quick. But let's take a look. Oh, the enemy king steps up. So he's not even able to kill the enemy queen with the Skellies. Not only does he not get the enemy queen with the Skelly spell, he doesn't get the enemy queen with the Electro Dragon, which he didn't plan to because he had the Skelly. but he was able to overwhelm the queen. So this is a good kind of lesson here. You technically don't always need to go for the queen on this, but you do have to get a ton of value if you don't go for the queen, because you have to have the Skelly spell or something just in case. You can't always rely on your balloons and your pups to kill her and to take her down. And then there's the final builder hut at 6 o'clock for the 3-star. Beautiful job by Octogram getting it done on this hit here. Okay, so the next one we're going to get into is going to be on number 5, and this was Wise Man. So Wise Man did not go Electron, right? He didn't do the Electro Dragon. He did the Suei Lalo. But let's go and take a look at this base. Why he chose what he chose, right? And this was a fresh hit. Every single hit in this video was a fresh hit. So he had no idea what's in the CC. He had no clue of anything. So he comes into the space with no poison on a fresh hit. Interesting. He has what? A dragon in this blimp. In this blimp, there's a dragon. Wait, what? Not an Electro Dragon. Just a regular dragon? Yes, just an regular dragon, because look at the air defenses. They're all on the other side of the base. Okay. Well, air defense is on the other side of the base. Queen is not near any air defense, and you can fly directly over the queen with a blimp, and then if you rage and poison, or does he have a... Normally, you would take a poison, but he has a freeze to kind of substitute as it. But let's go take a look. So what he's going to do is he's going to drop the blimp over the queen. He's got balloons and a dragon, and then the dragon is solely responsible for killing the enemy queen. So let's go ahead and take a look. So he drops the rage, he drops out comes the balloons, out comes the dragon, freezes everything, freezes not only the queen, but would be able to freeze the CC and get some value here. So normally I like to take 2 dragons and a poison, which works really, really well. I would suggest that, but hey, this also got it done. So now let's go and take a look. All right, so he's got the queen down. Very, very important to get the queen down. But then you have to think about the town hall. How are you going to get to the town hall? Well, you have to think about where the air sweepers are pointed. All right, so pretty much either way you come at the base, you're going to fight a sweeper. So if you are going to fight a sweeper either way, you're probably wanting to go into the town hall because you don't want to end over the town hall. If you end over the town hall, it could be devastating. The town hall is very hard to kill at the end of raids. So you definitely want to go into it early and have that warn ability through that town hall to be able to save that. So beautiful fresh hit by Wise Man here. So you're going to be able to see he pops that queen ability, and then you're going to see the Lalo come down from about 1 o'clock and about 11:30. And what are we going to see? We're going to see the Warden follow this chunk of balloons from the top side. And then we're going to see the balloons with the lava down here. And then they're creating a nice path for these balloons to go straight over the town hall. Pops that Warden ability. So every balloon is protected through that Giga Bomb. And now it's just a matter of pushing through the final remainder of this base. He does have a heal, and he does have a final haste spell to push through the very end. There are some air skellies, and there's a couple Teslas down south, but he's able to overwhelm it, and he still has that queen up, walking around helping clean the base up. So let's go and take a look. So he's getting through. A very nice job getting the final Tesla down, and wonderful getting that done. The balloons don't have too much longer left, so this was another close one. But as you can see, if you have a dragon that comes out and you can kill the queen like that, and then you can address the town hall with the Warden as you move through the base like this, because the air defenses are all on the opposite side of the base. This is a great strategy to potentially use in these scenarios. So very nice hit by a Wise Man, getting that 12v12. Very nice job. That Inferno Tower didn't have too much health left, and he finishes off the CC right there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the final recap of this war. And this is going to be Wise Man again, getting that 6-pack fresh. But my lord, if you guys want to see the top 3 attacks, that was in my previous video, and the kind of the Electron attack strategy. So let's go ahead and look at Wise Man's second hit here. And what does he decide to do? Well, it's kind of similar to the other base, right? So air defenses are on the opposite side of the town on the base, and the queen is not protected by an air defense. Okay. So that means you can potentially send a blimp in, because look at the town hall. So if you were to send a blimp somewhere in this area, you potentially could, because there's no air defense in the way to take out a dragon, to take something out. The dragon is meant to kill the enemy queen. And then you can also pull the CC in that process. So you see he has a poison spell instead of the freeze here. So let's see what he decides to do. So you're going to see the blimp and the balloons come down, because you're going to want to see the dragon kill the enemy queen. So this could work really, really well if you can fly into the queen and you don't have to worry about an air defense. The dragons can not only kill the CC, they can also kill the enemy queen. And plus, look at the sweepers. The sweepers are not going to affect that blimp right there. So out comes 2 dragons. So they barely touches the edge right there, barely gets touched. But they take out the queen, take out the enemy CC baby dragon, and then it's just moving around and taking out some of these defenses. This is not like the same percentage that you're going to see with the electron dragon, right? The electro dragon, my bad. But you're going to see the king and queen now come down, and they're going to help create a little bit of a funnel, well, a path, right? So they're going to be responsible for removing this side. So why that side? Well, because if you remove this section, then you're going to have a nice pathing around the base just like this for your lalo, right? So if you remove this section, yeah, you can have a pathing around this way, but you're not going to be able to hit this town hall till later in the raid. You want to get to the town hall early in the raid. So that's why he decides to use the heroes over here, so that he can remove all of this, and then he can direct target this way through the town hall and be able to take it down, because you need to get to the town hall early in the raid. Yes, there is a sweeper that is going to fight you. That is why he's dropping both his hastes to fight that sweeper, and then he has the next lava hound coming down on that air defense right there, pops the earthquake to make sure that town hall is activated, pops the warden ability through that whole gigabomb, and then he's just overwhelming that sweeper because of the haste spells and the rage. So look at all these balloons that are left up. My lord, wise man. Beautiful hit, beautiful pathing, beautiful choice. Look at all these pups and minions cleaning up, and then he has 1 extra haste spell for it, and then you're just going to see them go around the base just like that. Pull some extra mines and gets to the Tesla and GG. So hey, maybe start looking into if you can potentially suei the queen with a dragon if it's in the right position. That would most likely be because if the air defenses are on the opposite side of the base, not protecting that queen, and then you can blimp right into the queen if the town hall is over there as well. So beautiful hit by a wise man, helping getting that perfect war 100%. And Kings did answer. They did get the perfect as well. So GG to them for kind of answering. And yeah, I mean, they were down in terms of the breakdown, and they were able to get that perfect. So it's impressive. And as you can see, the final results, 120 to 120. It is a draw. Unfortunately, we do not get the victory. We do get the loss, or not the loss, the tie. But if you had a streak, let's say you had like a streak of 10 war wins, it would now be 0 because of the draw. Very interesting why that happens. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys had a good one. If you guys have any questions, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notifications, and you can follow my Twitch channel as well. Everything's down in the description below. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below, and I will get to them. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Carbonfin signing out. Peace.